What's up, guys? B-Rob here, and welcome to this week's episode for the Hotbot Summer Series. In this video, I am interviewing Connor Ricks. Connor will share a little bit about his fitness journey, his favorite exercise, workout, or body part, and why it's his favorite, his 3 tips that may help you in that exercise, workout, or body part that will make your summer even hotter. And Connor will share with you his favorite pre-workout and protein, and then where you can find him on this gigantic thing that we call the internets. I'll be right back with Connor right after this. So Connor, thanks for doing this interview today.
Yes, sir.
And so tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
So I'm currently a personal trainer living here in Huntsville. I've been living here for about a year and a half now, and I used to be a welder before that. So I've been working as a trainer here for about a year and a half, and I work online as a personal trainer too. So that's kind of what I got going.
Yeah. What are you certified in?
So I'm an NASM trainer, National Academy of Sports Medicine. So I do that right now. And yeah.
Who's your target market? Like who's your target client? Who do you help?
I work with skinny guys. I try and work with skinny guys. That's kind of like my niche. So any guy that's really trying to build muscle, that's kind of who I work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your fitness background and the story that made you passionate about fitness. And I know this is crazy because I've had you on the Elevate the Great podcast. So anybody who's watching right now, if you hadn't heard Connor on the Elevate the Great podcast episode, go check that out. I'll throw that link in the description. But tell the viewers a little bit about your fitness background.
So basically I played sports growing up. I played basketball, baseball, and I did some track for about a year. But what really got me into fitness was kind of my birth defect. I had something called pectus excavatum, and essentially my chest was concave. So I had this big indent, and back in 2015, I had a surgery called the Nuss procedure, and they took these 2 titanium bars and they put them inside of my chest and they popped my chest out. So I was in the hospital for about 5 days, and recovery lasted about 6 months. So after that, I kind of had something to work with in the gym as far as like sculpting my chest and my physique. So that's kind of what lit the fire as far as, working out and doing like a lot of bodybuilding style training. So that's kind of what started it all, I would say.
Yeah. And it's really cool because on your Instagram page, which viewers stay with us, Connor will tell you where to find him. But on your Instagram page, man, I saw where you actually posted pictures of that time, when you're going through that. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Yeah. So what I think they definitely want to know is, what's your favorite exercise, workout, body part, and why?
So I would say if it's for your chest, I like doing chest flies. So that could be doing it on a pec deck where you're sitting down, doing it with cables, any type of exercise where you're taking your elbows from here and you're bringing them towards the midline of your body. That gets you that really good contraction on your chest. You're shortening your chest fibers as much as possible. So anything that's taking your chest through a good range of motion. Back, I like doing pull-ups, rows, stuff like that. If we're talking body parts, I would say my favorite body part would probably be training my back, just because it's kind of it takes a lot of mind muscle connection, and you can't see it when you're training it, so you really have to kind of engage that muscle. So yeah, I would say back's probably one of my favorite muscles to train.
Yeah. And what 3 tips are you going to share with the viewers today to where that's going to give them what they need to have a hot summer?
I would say lighten up the load first. So a lot of people try and do a bunch of heavy weight when they're training their back. Try and lighten up the load, really get that mind muscle connection down before you try and bump up in weight, and hold that contraction for like a second at the top. So if you're doing like a cable row and you're all the way at the back, hold it for just a second and then come on back. I see a lot of guys are jerking the weight around and they're not really controlling it. So hold it for just a second at the back, lighten up the load, and really try and get that mind muscle connection down before you try and push a bunch of heavy weight. You can always push heavy weight down the road, but you really want to get that connection down first.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Yeah.
What's your favorite pre-workout?
I got a few. I am taking Bucked Up right now. It's got like 200 milligrams of caffeine. I've tried Bulk by Transparent Labs. EHP Labs has some good stuff. But I would say my favorite is probably Bulk, or not Bulk. Bulk or Bucked Up, just because of it's got that good like right in the middle caffeine content. It's not too much or it's not too little. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So viewers, I want to ask you, go ahead in the comments, put your favorite pre-workout. But Connor, back to you, man. What's your favorite protein supplement?
I would say any type of whey isolate. So when I first started taking protein, I was drinking like your classic like whey concentrate. That totally just tears you up as far as like your digestion and everything. So any type of like isolate or clean type of protein that's going to digest well, that could be like in a powder or in a bar. Any type of isolate protein is probably what I would go with, just as far as digestibility and everything. Yeah.
And do you have a favorite? Like, what's your go-to?
I take so with me being a skinny guy, I take something called Clean Gainer by Rivalist. It's kind of like it's a mass gainer protein, but it's not like the 1,200 calorie like junk gainer. It's got really clean ingredients in it, and stuff like that. So everything is sourced from like natural sources and whatnot. So I take Clean Gainer by Rivalist, and I also take just a standard isolate from like Optimum Nutrition or any of those type of brands. Optimum's pretty reasonable as far as price and quality. So yeah, that's what
Awesome.
I do. Yeah. Yep.
And the last question is for our viewers that are watching right now, where can they find you?
So I have Instagram. You can find it at Rick's Fit. My YouTube is just Connor Ricks. My name Connor CONNOR Ricks. And I have a TikTok. I think it's Ricks. It's either Rick's Fit or Connor Ricks. I'd have to go check on that. But yeah, you'll see my face on there, so you know who it is.
So in the description below, anybody's watching, you can go find Connor. The links will be there.
Mm-hmm.
So Connor, man, of course I follow you on Instagram, and man, you're killing it right now.
I follow you too. You're killing it too, man.
That. Yeah,
yes, sir.
You're killing it. You're killing it with all the advice, the tips you're giving, man. You get right to it. I like that, and I think the will like that too. And man, you got anything else you want to share with the viewers?
I would just say keep consistent with it. It's a game of numbers and consistency as far as, if you're trying to shed some body fat for the summer. Track your calories. You got to track your calories. I would say some people, before you track your calories, maybe just watch your portions. Like if you track your portions and you know what you're taking in, sometimes they say like take a palm sized portion of carb, fat, protein. And if that should garner you some success at first. And if you kind of plateau after that, and then start tracking your calories, and really honing in your intake as far as like trying to hit a deficit. If you're trying to drop body fat, or if you're trying to build muscle, obviously you want to hit your maintenance or go for a surplus. So just track your calories and try and be consistent. That's the big thing. Consistency is going to pay dividends down the road. So, and that with your YouTube channel and everything too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody watching, reach out to Connor. You got questions, make sure you go follow him on social media. And if you need a trainer, you got one right here.
Yes,
Connor,
sir.
appreciate it, brother. Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks for having me on, man.
So guys, how awesome was that interview with Connor, right? A lot of valuable information there. So make sure that you check the description for the links on how you can get to Connor and the products that he named. Also, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is B-Rob.